here, and today we are going to talk about how to use LinkedIn. It's a very, very powerful professional network, and a lot of people are on LinkedIn, but very few people are really using it to its full potential. So let's go ahead and look at how you might improve your LinkedIn game. Let's start right here by clicking on my profile. As you can see, I've got a decent headshot, and a lot of people don't. You need to have a decent headshot in there, and you should put some type of background image there that says who you are. Now, obviously, I'm saying I'm the world's leading expert in golf, resort, hotel, and destination marketing, so obviously I put some kind of travel picture up there. But let's look at this too. This is very, very important. You only get one chance to make a really big statement, and you want to make a really big statement up here. You don't want to say you're a golf pro or a martial arts instructor or a hotel manager. You want to say what it is you really do. That's very, very important. And it's even more important when we go down here and look at the bio. What I see on most people's bio is a bio. What you should have there is much more of a sales pitch. I don't want to know what degrees you have and what tournaments you've won and what movies you've been in. What I want to know is what can you do for me, the reader. So it's very, very important here to state what the result of hiring you is rather than who it is you think you are. So if you look at my first line, it says, I have the unique ability to go into a business regardless of industry and quickly maximize their income. I do this through the implementation of a strategic marketing strategy that utilizes my experience in lead generation and conversion of sales. So this is, you really want to have a very, very strong statement in there that says who you are. And I mean, there's a lot of other stuff you can do here, but for now, I'm just going to focus on those three things. A nice picture up top, a really strong statement here, and a good sales pitch about the benefit you're going to provide to the customer. Now let's jump into my network. I've got some invitations here pending, and underneath that you'll see people who you may know. So every single day I invite 5 people. I just invited David Brown here. Here's another one, golf professional. I'm going to invite him, and you'll see it'll tell you down here that the invitation was sent. So I'm going to look through these people. This guy owns a car dealership. I generally don't click on people. I mean, if they don't have a photograph, they're really not serious about LinkedIn. They're probably not checking it very often. And if they are, they're not quite as smart as the average bear. So down here is Director of Golf. We'll invite Naomi here. And he's got an assistant pro. Hey, I'm planning for the future. So I don't just invite top people. I also invite assistant pros planning for the future. He might be my future client. So there, in the space of a few seconds, I've invited 5 people that it said I may know that might like to connect with me. Now here, what should you do with the people, the invitations you get? Well, to begin with, I was very selective. And then later on, I thought, why be that selective? Because every one of these people that I connect with could be a potential client. So now, unless it's really off the charts, like yesterday I had a guy selling marijuana equipment, you know, and it just didn't seem like a good fit. But for the most part, I'm going to accept every one of these right here, click the button, and just grow my database. If later on I find out that's not the right person for me, I can go ahead and delete them. So the next big thing is going to be over here, and this is mega important. This is your groups. Now, I'm a member of, I think, 48 groups. You'll see here I have 2 of my own groups, and these are all groups I'm a member of. So let's just take a look at one of these groups. Let's take a look at U.S. Golf Leaders. So this group is an industry group with 10,226 members. So when I post something in this group, in this case, I've posted a link to a blog article, which we can click on and see the entire article is actually on Golf Operator Magazine. It's quite a long article. When I post this in a group, it gets distributed and seen by all 10,246 members. And as you can see here, some of these members have interacted with my post. Now, if you're a member of multiple groups, as I am, let's go back. That was 10,000 people. Let's take a look at Global Golf. So Global Golf is a group of another 10,000 people, and you can see here that I've got a post in there. It's a different post. Now, obviously, the posts need to be directed to the right audience. So I will make sure that the posts I post are correct for that group. So if we go into a different group, for example, if I went into the leadership group, I'm not going to put a golf post in there. In the leadership group, I'm going to put something that is directly related to that group. And obviously this group is very active in posting because I posted earlier. So here it talks about how to write a nonfiction book, and the examples I give are what of the 12 traits of great leaders. This group has 255,000 members. So again, it's important that you post the right information for the right groups. But these groups are a tremendous way to massively increase your reach. You can join up to 50, and you can see I'm in a whole bunch of different ones: hotel industry, leadership, marketing, golf, advertising, hospitality. And you want to go ahead and join some groups. You can just jump in there and type in a name and see what comes up. You can start by joining mine. I'll be starting a new marketing group soon, so you can take a look at this. Now you can start your own group. This is my golf operator group. I've got just under 500 members, and you can go ahead and invite people to join your group by just typing in the name of a contact. Let's type in the letter U. Okay, let's see. Here's a guy who's the CEO at the Australian Golf Course Owners. We'll go ahead and send him an invite to join my group. And in the group, you can decide what happens and what doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and look. I've got 3 members pending. I've got 3 people here asking to join. He's a golfer. I'm going to let him in. He's a golfer. I'm going to let him in. And he's a golfer. I'm going to let him in. So right there, I just added 3 more members. And on your groups, you can set it up so that everything that gets posted, you can be an admin of or not, depending on what you want to do. But this is a great way to create your own group for your own thing. Okay, the next thing, and probably in my opinion the most important thing, is if we go into the publishing platform, because the publishing platform is where it happens. So there are basically 3 types of things you're going to publish. The first is an article, and I'm going to go down to one I posted the other day. So this article here was a link off. That was actually an article. I'm going to keep going. So posts can only be 1,300 characters long. Okay, so I post every day at least 1 post. So here's an example of a good post. So this post here is exactly 1,300 characters long. It got 8,000 views, 42 likes, and 7 comments. And I found this to be a very, very good format. And basically what it is a conversational format. It's somebody asking a question, me answering, somebody asking a question. So this is something I do every day. This is a post. It's 1,300 characters. I try to put a picture that matches the post. And you can see here that this post was very popular. We had 41 people from Troon, Read It, PGA of America, Kemper Sports, 303 CEOs. Now, you can only get these full reports if you pay for the LinkedIn Premium service, but they are useful. Sometimes they give you some without the premium, but to get the full reports, you have to be on the premium package to get these. So this is a useful thing, and right now my computer is not responding properly, so I'm just going to close that out and boot it up again. So first thing is posts. That's something you're going to want to do every day. The second thing is articles. Now this is basically like a blog. You can go into their articles section and you can post a full-blown article in there. Again, you want to have an attractive picture. There's your article, and at the bottom of your article is where you put some type of call to action. So what I do is I usually promote one of my books. In this case, it's my new book, Cowboy Wisdom. That'll click through to a landing page. So I'm going to post an article about once or twice a week. Here's one on golf strategy. Again, at the bottom, you'll see that I promote a book, in this case, Golf Marketing Strategy. So I always promote something, but I don't actively sell in these articles. In these articles, I try to make the best possible article I can. I try to deliver a lot of value in the article. And then at the bottom, once they've read it all, I try to direct them somewhere else so that possibly I can get a sale out of them. So far we've seen that I do one post every day, an article once or twice a week, and I also do videos. And what I do with the videos is I simply put a link I put them up on YouTube, and then I link my video. So on an average day, I'm going to do one video and one post, or maybe two posts. But whatever you do, even if it's only one a day, you want to be active. And you want to be able to share these articles with your groups. You can also cut and paste links to Facebook, to email, to other social media, and get your message in front of a lot of people. My average post right now is seen by 3,000 or 4,000 people. My good ones are getting 8,000 to 10,000 views, and I've had some as many as 30,000 views. So this is almost like having your own business magazine. You've got a great opportunity here to get your message in front of professionals, to connect with professionals, and of course, you're not just going to want to be posting. You have to give as well. So when other people post, you have to get involved. Here's Melanie Schumann. She's a big leader in the karate thing. You know, I'm just going to put a little note in here. Your stuff is always great. And she does a great job, very well respected. Look at that. Love that post. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You've got to give feedback on other people's posts, like a few posts, and comment on a few posts every day. So that's a pretty good overview. Start with your profile, get your profile right, join some groups. Once you've joined some groups, post some content, some articles, some links to YouTube, and also do your own posts, comment on other people's, invite a few people a day. I used to do LinkedIn once a day. On a Saturday morning, I'd do an hour. And that was before I learned how valuable it was. And now I would highly recommend that you start every day with 5 or 10 minutes on LinkedIn. Then it doesn't become a chore, it becomes a habit, and you'll find your network quickly grows, and it becomes a great source of traffic for what you have to offer.